Hey Taurus, thanks for visiting. And as I always ask you, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you would like to. Only if you would like to, you don't have to. And I'm getting around to all the comments again, trying to kind of get them all answered and everything like that. So I'm going to get right on with your reading for Taurus right now. So the first card you have for your past is the Lovers. So yeah, I am seeing in this card someone wanting to be closer to someone else more than the other person did, or something like that. Or there was a kind of a uneven connection. There was a connection, a beautiful connection, but there was something kind of a little bit missing in this connection. So I think someone wanted to come close to you at this time. This is in love, but not only in love. This is the Lovers card, so I think it was a love connection, but I am seeing someone trying to connect with you on a different level. I'm going to try and explain what I mean. Someone was trying to connect with you, this love connection. They were trying to connect with you on a kind of an earthly level, if that makes sense. But you have a more spiritual side to you. You have a much deeper side to you. And I think this person couldn't quite connect properly to that side of you. Now, I'm not saying that you're better than them or anything like that, but it's like everything that comes from you, everything that you think, everything that you do, every decision that you make comes from this spiritual side. So this person was trying to come close to you, definitely, but there was something missing, I'm seeing. They just weren't quite able to connect to you properly because of this spiritual difference. If you look at the man on this card, he's trying to connect. He's kind of looking across to this woman, but she's looking up to the angels. So she's looking up to the spirituality of things. So I'm not saying that this situation's hopeless, or was, or is hopeless. I think you were able to connect on some level, and I think this person was a good person. I think you are happy on a lot of levels with this person. But I think they're only able to connect with you deeply up to a point, because I think that your whole perspective might be totally different from theirs. I think you probably, I think you enjoyed being with this person, but maybe you were enlightened or on your way to becoming enlightened, and they might not have been understanding this or understanding you or what you're about. And I don't mean to be negative, but there are probably only a few people who are going to, who would understand you properly, totally. They're around out there in the world somewhere, but they're not easy for you to find. Don't give up, they're there, but I'm just getting this feeling that you can feel quite alone sometimes in, even when you're around a lot of people. Even, I mean, they can be talking around you, and it may as well be in another language sometimes. I'm just seeing that you could be thinking that all these people could be talking around you. You might be at a party, for example, and they'll all be talking about things. Oh, I bought this car. Oh, I got this thing. Oh, how much does your house cost? Oh, blah blah blah. And then you might be thinking, why are they talking about that? It's not even important. Who cares about that? You don't see importance in the same things as a lot of these other people see importance in, if that makes sense to you. But you probably don't say much around these people. You don't want to be the odd one out, and you don't want to make anyone feel awkward or whatever. But if this is resonating, I think for someone to come close to you on that very deep level properly, they're going to have to be a very different kind of thinker. They're going to have to be someone who's outside of what's so-called normal. But don't give up. These people are out there. And I often see when people are ascending, or when they're going through a process of ascension, which is what might be happening with you, or might have been at this time, might have been starting, I think they often do feel very alone. They often do feel that disconnect with the people around them, and even sometimes with the space around them. Sometimes people move house, sometimes they even move to a completely different place, sometimes they move to another country even. So they want to kind of remove themselves from the old things, the old part of their world or their life, because they just feel completely disconnected from that, and they want to just get out of that, because they just feel completely like it's almost as if they're in a parallel universe to everything else, and they are in a way, they really are. So that might be what's going on with you. That might be why you're feeling this disconnect with a lot of people. So the next card you have for your past is the Ace of Swords. So yeah, I think you might have even cut some people out of your life over this past year, because I think they just couldn't connect with you. And that sounds a little bit superficial, I know, and I am sensing some judgment coming from people toward you as well, maybe from family. I am seeing a lot of family who might not be understanding you properly either. So it might have been because of your views, might have been because of your lifestyle, might have been because of this ascension that I'm seeing, or this kind of spirituality. I am seeing that, again, you do see things from a totally different perspective from a lot of other people, and there are a lot of people around you, or there were at this time, who kind of judge anything or anyone for being a bit different. I don't think you've I think you might have I think you've either distanced yourself from a lot of these people, or you might have even blocked them altogether. And again, this sounds very brutal doing this, but swords can be very brutal. That's what swords are. So they can bring hurt, but they can also bring clarity, clarity of thought, clarity of mind. And you had clarity at this time. You had enough clarity to know that to preserve yourself and to strengthen yourself, you had to kind of you just couldn't be around these people. You had to kind of either cut them off or distance yourself from a lot of these people. Not everyone in your family, not everyone in your old friends, just the ones who are extremely judgmental, and you just couldn't. It was like, you had these wings like this beautiful angel, and you're trying to wise up, and these people are kind of almost trying to clip your wings, and you just, instead of letting them clip your wings, you kind of cut them off before they did that. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have for your past is Temperance. So yes, again, here's another beautiful, beautiful angel. And I was saying clipping your wings, so here we are. There's so much spiritual growth in this card, and all through your past. And this is what's been happening to you, not just over this past year, but I think over the last few years you have had this kind of spiritual change and this new kind of spiritual outlook. And I think this outlook might have even started even back when you were a child. You might not have realized it, but it might have happened then. You might have been able to see beyond what a lot of people, a lot of adults even, were saying to you. You could see a kind of deeper level to what they were saying, or a different thing. They were saying one thing, and you could see kind of a different thing in what they were saying. I hope this is going to make sense. I'm actually seeing, I'll tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing an adult man who was talking to you, and maybe while you were a child, and maybe at this time you were thinking, I know he doesn't mean that. I know this is what he really means. This is what the inner meaning is of what he's saying. This is what he really thinks. He doesn't think that. He thinks that. He thinks this. I hope this is making sense to you, because I know this is a bit strange. But it's like you've always understood a lot more than people have known, and more than a lot of people have taken you, given you credit for. And I think you might have even been a quiet child, and you might have been, even if this is all resonating with you, you might have been drawing in a lot of people's energies as well, and a lot of energies from your surroundings, and taking that all in. And I think if you are going through this spiritual kind of on this new spiritual path, or on this spiritual path, if you are on it or you were on it, I think it might have started way back when you were a child, but you weren't realizing what was going on at that time. That's what I'm seeing. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is your strength. This hasn't been an easy year for you, and it hasn't been an easy year for you, definitely emotionally. but you've risen out of the worst of this, and you actually turned around some heartbreak that you're having. I'm seeing you kind of rose above it, like this beautiful angel is kind of rising up. And you know, this is the card of alchemy. It's about making a not so good situation or a not so good thing better by kind of turning it around and changing it, turning it into something else. And that's what you've done. You might have turned your heartbreak into something tangible. It might have been a business, it might have been something that you started working on, and you were thinking, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm going to do something to take my mind off this, and I'm going to set a goal and I'm going to achieve it. And that's what you did. So you turn the situation into something better for yourself. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your present is the Wheel of Fortune. So you might have had, business. Again, I'm seeing a business or something that you put your heart into, put your mind into. It might have been a side business. It might have been a business that you're still developing. And I think things have gradually been improving around this. I think you might not have realized how far you've actually come with this. I think you can be a little bit hard on yourself sometimes. But you've done so well. You have done really, really, really well. And I think things are going to keep on improving for you in 2019. They're going to get even better. It's going to be like, if you look at this wheel, it's turning around like a snowball, and snowball keeps a snowball as it kind of turns around, as it goes around on the ground, it keeps on adding more snow to it and getting bigger and bigger. And that's what's going to happen with this for you. And I think also this business or this work that you're doing might have something to do with your spiritual side, or maybe you use your spiritual knowledge to help your work or your business. It might be that, but they're connected in some way. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm also looking at this, and I'm looking at this orange wheel as well, and it's looking a bit like, it doesn't always look like this to me, but it looks a bit like the sun to me, because it's up in this blue sky, this cloudy sky. And I think this business or whatever this is that you're working on has given you life. Like the sun gives everything life. It gives the plants life. It gives, everything life. And this business has given you life. So that's probably what was happening in the Temperance card. You came out of heartbreak by working on this business or this thing, and it helped you to climb out of that. So you emerged out of this horrible dark situation, and really focused on this. And this is one of the reasons why your success is going to keep on growing. It's like you were going in one direction while you're going through this heartbreak, and then you chose to direct your focus on improving things for yourself, and you went in this other direction. Just like this is like a compass as well. I can see on this, in this orange wheel, it looks a bit like a compass. So the compass was turning, rather than in the bad direction, you turned it around into the right direction, and you followed that yourself. And you're going to see money coming in as well through this business. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is kind of the lucky card as well. So money is going to keep on coming in through this business in 2019. I think you might have already seen some money coming in, but things are going to really, really start to accelerate for you next year. Like this snowball again, it's going to keep on gathering more and more snow, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So the next card you have for your present is the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, again, I don't think you were seeing how successful things actually were going for you, because I think they seem to be going quite slowly for you in 2018 in this business or whatever this is. And sometimes when we're in the middle of things, when we're working on things from day to day, we're not able to see how far we've actually come. So, if this resonates, try to look back on the year. Look at the beginning of the year and look at where you were then, and look at where you are now. And I think you'll probably be very, very surprised at how many roadblocks and problems you've overcome. And I hope this will help you to be less hard on yourself, because you can be a bit hard on yourself. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is golden. I'm actually seeing the words golden child when I look at this card, and when I look at this golden coin that's lighting up the sky and kind of making it golden. So I was seeing, I was seeing some problems around family in the Ace of Swords. I'm seeing that you might have cut yourself off from some people or distanced yourself from those people. So maybe there was or there is a so-called golden person or golden child in your family, if that makes sense to you. This is a kind of a person who can do no wrong, who seems to be doing all of the so-called right things in the family's eyes. It's like, oh, aren't they wonderful? They do this, you know, they do that, they're fantastic. They might be a doctor or a lawyer, or they do the right thing, or they're perfect, or they have a perfect marriage, and they have a perfect relationship, and they have a perfect house, and they have a lovely fence around it with a nice car, and everything's all beautiful, and there are flowers growing, etc., etc. And that's how the people in the family see this kind of golden child. And that's not you. That's what I'm seeing in this card. So, you know, you're not that person. But you haven't done anything wrong. You still haven't done anything wrong. And this is probably why you're cutting off some of these people in the Ace of Swords. You knew your own mind. You weren't going to kind of do whatever the people in this family thought you should be doing. You were doing, or you are doing, you still are doing, what you think you should be doing. And I love people who own their own mind. So I know their own mind and own their own mind. So if this resonates, you have moved on from at least some of these people I'm seeing. And this has brought you a lot of clarity and space in your head to just be yourself and to continue on, and to continue in the success that I'm seeing you doing. And you're going to continue in this success without these people driving you crazy into 2019. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have, your present, is the Page of Pentacles. So yes, a golden coin lighting up the sky. Here's another one. I'm also seeing, okay, don't worry about this. I don't want to make you paranoid or worried about this. But if you are thinking about making a big purchase or making a big decision around money, buying something, investing in something or something like that, just be a bit careful. Read every word of the contract if you have a contract, or you need to sign something like that. Just read every single word. I'm not seeing anything dishonest around here. I'm not seeing anyone's trying to con you or do anything or cheat you or anything like that. But you might miss something. I'm seeing that you might, the pages are kind of like teenagers. They're excited, they look up to things, they, oh, I can't wait to do this, I want to do this right now. You might be feeling like this around a purchase or something like that. You might be, oh, sign the papers, I want to buy this thing, this big car or this big thing. Don't do that. Take your time, read everything. And if you're not happy, circle those things, highlight those things, have them changed, talk to the person about this. Don't just skim over things and not read them properly. Think very carefully about all of this. Don't rush into anything. Again, I don't want to make you upset or paranoid or worried about this. Nobody's trying to con you. Nobody's trying to do anything to you. But you might have a tendency to rush in and be excited about this purchase at this time. Don't do that. Take your time. The first card you have for your future is the Four of Wands. So, yeah, I think this person in the Lovers card, this love connection, I think they see you, they do definitely see you as someone who's very, very, very special to them. And I think they might be thinking about a future with you, even marriage, if that's something that they want and you believe in and all of that. Definitely a stable future with you. I was seeing a disconnect between you, and you are very, very different people. You're fundamentally different, especially when it comes to spirituality. But that doesn't mean that things definitely won't work. If this is all resonating with you and you are interested in a future with them, even with these differences being there, of course this is up to you. Just make sure you're fully aware these differences are there, and you're not trying to change anyone or deny that these differences are there. Know that they're there. Either kind of accept that they're there and talk to someone else about your spirituality or whatever, and just have them as your partner who you see and speak to about other things. It might be that, or you might realize that this person, you want someone in a partner who can connect with you on that level. It's up to you. I don't know. Different things work for different people. That's just what I'm seeing in that. But yes, they do think of you as an extremely special person, special to them. The next card you have for your future is the Ten of Swords. Yes. So I'm seeing this as a bit of a warning to you. Now, don't worry, don't stress about this. I'm not seeing a murder. I'm not seeing anything terrible like that. I'm not seeing a great big fight. But this is around this disconnect between you and your partner, this love connection. I'm not seeing this. I keep on seeing this. So you need to take note of this. I'm not seeing, if this is resonating, obviously, I'm not seeing this person changing. There's nothing about them that needs changing. They're fine as they are. You're fine as you are. It's just that you are very different. So if you decide to go further in this relationship, again, don't try to change them, because I'm seeing if you do try to change them, there's going to be, there'll be resentments, there'll be arguments probably, and problems and all of that kind of thing. And if you keep on going and going and going, it is going to be a terrible, great big breakdown or fight or something like that. Now, I'm not saying you're going to change them. This is just a warning, because I think what's going to happen is you're either going to, you're either going to decide to be with them. They're not going to change, basically. So you're either going to decide to be with them as they are, accept them as they are, it's fine, whatever, and, or you're going to say, I don't want to have someone in a relationship with me, especially if it's going to be something in the Four of Wands, if it's going to be marriage or a big future with them or children or whatever. I don't want to be with someone who is not connecting with me spiritually. You're going to have to make up your mind between one or the other thing. That's what I'm seeing in that card. And again, don't try to change this person, because you can't, basically, and it's going to turn into resentments, which will turn into probably arguments and fights, which is what I'm seeing in this card. So the last card you have for your future is the Empress. Beautiful card. Again, this person is very, very attracted to you, not just on a kind of a superficial looks level. They're attracted to your kindness. They're attracted to the person that you are. They really are attracted to that. And even though they don't understand you properly on a spiritual level, they love that about you. They love that you're like that. They love that you're different, and all of that. So I'm sorry, there's noises outside. Someone's talking outside. I'm sorry about that. And they might even want to take care of you, I'm seeing, which is a really special feeling, knowing that someone wants to take care of you. You're a strong person and you're a down-to-earth person. You don't need taking care of, but it's still a really beautiful, lovely, warm, nice feeling to know that someone wants to take care of you. And, I'm really feeling this beautiful warmth around this, because I'm looking at this golden background in this card. And it's like, when this person is around you and they want to take care of you and love you and protect you, it can feel as if you're kind of sitting in the sun. And when you're sitting in the sun and you have the warmth on your back, and it just feels beautiful, and you can just shut your eyes and sit there forever. And it's absolutely a beautiful feeling. That's what this feels like. And that's what this is going to feel like when this person really comes along and says, I want to take care of you, I want to love you. So there's that as well. So I can see why you're really battling between these two things in your head with this person. Do I want someone who isn't going to connect with me on a spiritual level? Or am I going to throw this beautiful love away, this beautiful thing that I can see with the Empress, their love, their protection, the way they feel about me? Am I going to throw that away and kind of try and find someone else again all by myself? And I might not even be able to do that. So only you can make up that decision for you. I wish I could do that for you. I can't do that, if this is all resonating with you, of course. But yes, you do have a lot to think about if this is resonating with you. But yes, take your time, take all the time you need. The Empress is sitting there very happily. She's not going anywhere. So yeah, take your time. Don't think you have to rush with this either. So Taurus, I hope this resonated, but as you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like, please subscribe if you'd like to, or leave a comment if you would like to. Thank you so much for watching.